What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Truck Driver Sean YouTube channel, where we think buzz cuts and losing beards is cool. Alright. RedBeard Amplification. This is the Poltergeist. It is a one-channel, 50-watt power beast. It runs off, two EL34s and three 12AX7s. Its controls are pretty simple. It's definitely an amp that, if you don't know how to turn knobs, it's another one of those amps that's just not going to be your friend. Okay? You have depth, you have presence, you have bass, mids, and treble, and you have volume, your master volume if you will, and then you have gain A and gain B. Gain A is it's a good way to put it. Gain A is gain. Gain B is distortion. There's a difference between distortion and gain. If you don't know that, then just keep playing with stuff and you'll figure it out. I'm not here to explain that to you. But yeah, we gotta put everything here at noontime. I believe I have it in the low power or high power. We'll figure it out. You know what? We'll start with it, the switch all the way down. It just kind of gives it two different kind of voices. I have a garbage drive by GupTech hooked up just to help out, because with single channel amps, you almost always, I'm not saying always, but almost always, it's really good to have a boost on hand. This is going to be very, obviously with EL34, it's going to be very Marshall-y. We all know how I feel about Marshalls. So let's have a little coffee. Oh, I know you guys love it when I share my my coffee cups, right? Let's offend some motherfuckers. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Yep. You got that? All right. Oh. Sweet, I didn't spill it. Putting the coffee on top of the amps, I'm hoping, you know, maybe if I put a coffee ring or something on it, you won't want it back. You just tell me to keep it. So, I'm going to let you know I have played through this. Cat's out of the bag. I couldn't wait. I'm a single channel amp fanatic. As you can tell, I have a lot of amps that have single channels. And this keeps right up with the best of them. And the good part is, it's $1,700. Made in America. Literally made around the corner from the PRS factory, right? So, it's phenomenal. And I'll say right now, I'm a metal guy. Probably why I said you want to put some kind of boost or something on every single channel amp. But it doesn't matter what you play, you're going to be able to play it with this. The only thing is, you're not really going to get a lot of sag. That's about the only thing that this thing does not have. But they have sag pedals coming out now where you can add sag to amps that don't have it, which is really fucking cool. I would say get one of those. Or when you order one, just ask him if he can make it a little chubby for you. Maybe there's a chubby mod he can do. Yeah. So, oh, that was weak. Man, how come whenever I'm filming, it's never a good fart? It's always one of those like, yeah, you fucking lazy fat fuck. Alright, so anyway, yeah. My chain today will be my Deviant Reaper, which this will be the first video I've made with them, with the EMG Damonums, whatever the fuck they're called in them, the Jim Root set. That goes into the garbage drive. That goes into the RedBeard Poltergeist, which is going into my custom Arachnid cab, mic'd up with a Sennheiser E609, going directly into that camera right there, which is a Zoom Q8N. Alright, watch my intro, and we'll fuck with this thing. Alright? See you in about 30 seconds. Ciao! Let's cultivate a good tone, right? So I'm going to show you what happens when you start taking away each gain. We're not going to play with the pedal right now. We're just going to play around with just the gains. So remember gain A, which is this one right here. Probably not that you can see unless you're zooming in anyway, but we're going to play just with gain A. Okay, here we go. Right now we're at half, so we're going to work our way down, and we're going to crank that fucker. Alright, so that is with just gain. That's gain B. I'm sorry. Gain B is just gain. So we have the switch in the down position. Let's see what happens when we put it in the up position. Alright, so in the down position, it's a little more chimey and musical. In the up position, it's a little more, well, flattened, we'll call it. So we're just going to leave it in the down position because I'm an asshole and I'm the one playing it, so fucking deal with it. On to gain A. Here we go. We're going to do the same thing. We'll play it, and then we'll turn it down. We'll work our way back up. Alright, so there we go. That is gain A. I'm sorry I had the gains backwards, but I was just reading left to right like you normally do. And you'd think gain A would come before gain B. I'm a fucking idiot. I got it wrong. Alright, so let's get that gain flavored to kind of where I like to be. We'll get the amp flavored kind of like where I like to be. Then we'll put the boost back on it and see where we're sitting, alright? Let's take a... This is why you turn knobs, my friends. Remember when I said I didn't like the switch in the up position, I liked it in the down position? Now that I'm kind of getting the gain flavored for what I like to do, I gotta say, I like it in the up position. Alright, carry on. Okay, so I kind of got the gain right in that area that I like. So now we'll flavor it a little bit, and then yeah, we'll go to the boost. Let's do some flavoring. I'm pretty happy with that. Now we're going to slap the garbage drive on and tinker with that a little bit, get it right to where I want to be. Hope it is. Okay, so let's talk about this amp now that we have chugged it. So yeah, again, I'm a huge fan of single channel amps because if you keep sculpting, you're gonna find your way right to where you want to go, and they're all kind of unique, even though they're all in the same, like, they're part of the whole same shitstorm, right? This right here is built phenomenal. It plays phenomenal. I love that both the gain and the distortion, you want to call it, the two types of gain, the A and B, you can sculpt the kind of gain that you want. And you have a, basically, I don't know, it's almost like a compress, not compress, but fuck if I know what it does. I didn't think to ask, because I'm stupid. And I literally talked to the guy like 3 times yesterday, and you think I would have been like, hey buddy, I have a question to ask. But I didn't. Because again, let's go right back to the whole I'm stupid thing. But this thing is an absolute fucking banger. It just is. This thing is good. I'm going to have a hard time sending this one back. I really am, because it's just so fucking fun. And I just hooked a garbage drive up to it. I mean, I have, while I'm playing it, I have like all these ideas of other things I could hook up to it that would change that sound so much. And it's like, oh, it just really, it's an amp that's crazy musical. It's powerful as hell. Like, this is a nasty ass loud 50 watts. I turned it up about halfway just to see what halfway was like. And I have my huge shout out to Miss Frankhauser. Jason Frankhauser's wife had an idea of putting a thing on the back of the door that you normally women use for shoes. I use it for pedals. I was hitting this thing and it was rattling all the pedals on the back of the door. It's fucking loud. You know, I mean, seriously. This is what makes tube amps so much fun. I'm not going to sit here and shit on the digital world, but it's fun. It's so fun. Like, I literally had a blast with this amp, and I truly do think this amp is fantastic. And none for nothing. I'll tell you right straight up right now. Money gonna be tight, probably pretty much until the beginning of the year, but if I can work out a deal with this guy to keep this amp, it's not going anywhere. But yeah, this thing fucks hard. It just does. I mean, it's so damn good. And I know I have a lot of amps. What do I need another one for? Sometimes you just play something that's musical and it's fun and you just have a damn good time. For me, that's what it's about. I just want to have fun. I want to see what things do. And this amp right here, it just really, it's fun. It really is. And you can get so much out of it. I'm in drop B, for Christ's sake. And this thing handles it great. I don't know. Just for shits and giggles, let's yoke out a friggin', let's get something a little more standard tuning. This video is supposed to be over, but, you know, squirrel. Okay. So I'll get Captain Brighton tied out. Jesus. I love this strap, but every time you take it off, it puts it like all the way at the bottom setting. It's freaking annoying. Fuck the people that made this strap. Right in the butt. Seriously. Fuck them like a gorilla. Right in the shit hut. Alright. So let's see if my volume knob's gonna behave today. Let's turn off the mic. Alright, at some point I have to stop. Again, it's just fucking fun to play. So yeah, that's just regular drop B tuning. Still sounds heavy. I had to change a couple of the settings, of course, obviously from drop B to a standard tuning and talking about a little bit of distance. So yeah, I don't know. Thing's fucking phenomenal. I don't think there's any other videos on this thing out there. So if you're trying to find a video and you found me, I'm kind of it right now. So if anybody has one of these and you're not putting a video up, even if it's a shitty cell phone video, you might be a different kind of player than I am. The word should be getting out about RedBeard because they're unique. They're in the wheelhouse of like things that you know. But it's a unique voicing. It's really interesting. It's fun to play with unique voicing. Especially when it's kind of like knocking on the door of a neighbor, you know? Like, it's very... it's very old school JCM 800 with a modern flair. But that voicing is just... the way he does what he does, it's really cool. It reminds me a lot of like... I don't want to throw this guy's name in with a lot of the other guys, but it reminds me a lot of like what Shay Monomyth does. It reminds you of Marshall, but if you hate Marshalls, you love Shay stuff, right? It's just the way it is. Yeah? It's like Angle made the Marshall circuit awesome, right? You know, we can all agree on that. It just, I don't know. Why the fuck buy a Marshall at this point? There's so many better options. Fuck Marshall. Alright. Very cool. Anyhow, RedBeard Amplification, Poltergeist, one channel, fucking beast. That's what I should say. One channel, fucking beast. Yeah. For real. Thing is, it fucking slams hams, man. It does. It's the reason why your mom has stretch marks on her ass. That's what that amp is. Like, legit. The stretch marks on your mom's ass and the wrinkles in her taint are from amps like this. That makes absolutely no fucking sense, but you know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so hey, RedBeard Amplification. They have a website. Even though last time I did something with the with one of these products I said I didn't know. Now I know because I've been informed by enough people that, one, why does he only have 314 people following him? He's an amp builder. I've never seen one with under 1,000, so... if you're sticking this out and you're still sitting here running my fat suckhole, for the love of God, go like this guy's Facebook page. Follow him. He's now on Instagram. Follow him on Instagram. And go check out his website. I mean, he doesn't have his prices listed, which I think is a huge misstep because his prices are low enough that, one, you got to question, is this thing any good at that price? And the answer to that is, fuck yes it is, because this is direct wiring. This is not PCB board stuff. This is... he sits down and does every individual wire himself, right? Direct. That's why it's super duper powerful. It runs probably a little cleaner than some people would like because, well, I don't know, guitar players are getting fucking lazy these days and they're not okay with their mistakes. Me, I don't give a shit. I'm almost 50. I can make all kinds of mistakes and not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I don't know what else I can say. I mean, it's got an effects loop. You can plug speakers into it, and you can make a lot of fucking noise. If you're playing rock and roll, and I guess kind of like modern rock, you really don't need an overdrive pedal unless you're an asshole like me and you're looking for a specific sound. But if you want to listen to metal, all you need is an overdrive pedal, and I've never met a metal player before that doesn't have an overdrive pedal. Well, I've met a couple of them, but they're never happy with their tone. I just tell them, like, get a fucking overdrive pedal and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It fixes a lot of stuff. And this right here, this garbage drive, I mean, Guptech sells them for like $109 all day long. And it fucking does the trick. It's not even expensive. I know you're like, well, look at the cab. Yeah, well, right down on my hog, you know what I'm saying? Right down on the hog. This guitar right here, I use Deviant guitars today. Yes, I am a Deviant endorsed artist. Yes, I'm going to use other guitars on my channel because I want to check them out. I want to be able to tell people, hey, this is a company worth checking out. And you know what? Royce is a fan of guitars himself, okay? The guy that owns Deviant Guitars. And me playing other guitars doesn't bother him. Well, he tells me it doesn't bother him. His guitars are amazing, and he's an amazing guy. But what I do on my channel is try to have the opportunity to get my hands on stuff so maybe somebody in Wyoming that doesn't have access to the stuff can watch my thing. At least know that I'm given an accurate representation of the gear. Like, RedBeard. Is it right for you? Fucked if I know. But I know I can do what I do with it. And literally, my chain that you're hearing, there's no computers whatsoever involved. None. Zilch. Nada. That E609, which is the old one from Sennheiser, the 906 is the new one, but for some reason I like the 609. I don't know why. There's no good reason why. It just, I don't know, I'm a fucking psychopath. I just like that. And that literally goes into my Q8N. All I do is set the level so it's almost going red. Like it's just a fucking cunt hair. Just shy of red. And that's what you're hearing. And you're like, well, how do you make it so this goes to here and this goes to here? I hit stop, and then I chop the part that shows me walking up to the camera. That's it. And I just put the pieces together. Because you can add more than one video. I'm dumb. That's how I do it. Yeah. Someday I gotta show people like how to do YouTube for dummies by a dummy. Because it's really not hard. And it's not very expensive. Granted, I'm not making videos like Fluff and Ola and Kyle, which is really funny to put Kyle in that group of people. Man, he's done really good for himself. I remember like when he didn't have any subscribers, he was just this really nerdy kid that had a really cool outlook on stuff. But yeah, he still has a cool outlook on a lot of stuff. He's still a nerdy kid, but he's trying to pretend he's cool. And I'm alright with that. Alrighty, so, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, because, I'm gonna demo the Brutal Lock next. I'm not even gonna change my clothes. You're just all gonna have to, like, fucking straight take it to the base. Stick your tongue out like the back of my bag. Let's get the Brutal Lock. See you in the next video. Later.